So whenever I find a relatively successful channel on YouTube, I always like to check out their first video to see, if there's some secret thing they did to maybe get success, or if there was some special formula on how to get the channel to be, a popular channel, or maybe just even if they had a couple popular videos. So if I come across someone, even if they have 10,000, 20,000 subscribers, but of course, you have good examples with millions of subscribers to see. And I always kind of find the same thing. Usually when I go to the most successful channel, they didn't really have any sort of special talent or anything like that. It was more just the fact that they had a specific desire. They really wanted something. They wanted to do something. Maybe they really enjoyed that specific topic, or they specifically wanted to create the videos to spread the word of a certain subject. For whatever reason it might have been, they had a really big desire to build and start that channel. Same with the person that failed though, right? The person that failed had that exact same desire, but for some reason the other channel was able to successfully continue to produce content and videos and make it to a high level of success. And I always find that pretty interesting. There's not really a specific talent, anything like that. I've seen small channels that, relatively small channels that had, maybe 20,000 subscribers with only a handful of videos, and then they stopped producing content, and their videos were excellent. So they were already really good at what they were doing. It had nothing to do with the fact that they weren't good. But a lot of it might have come down to something like they didn't have enough desire. They didn't have enough passion. Most likely not that they didn't have enough skill. Because if you look at the most successful channels, like I said, those people just continued to do the same thing, and eventually they got really good at it. They didn't really need to be initially good at what they were starting to do. Sorry if I'm walking a little bit funny here too. I have the German Shepherd with me as well. So I kind of find that interesting. I've had quite a few YouTube channels myself, and essentially I failed on all of them. So I was the guy at one point who had 100,000 views on a video that randomly got popular. So that channel failed. It didn't matter that I had a random stroke of luck. I got quite a few, in a sense, free subscribers, you could say. That didn't really mean I was going to be successful. I got caught up in trying to make money off the channel, or I got caught up with other desires. And sometimes I just wasn't simply passionate enough about what I wanted. Yeah, sure, I would have lacked some skill in some of the stuff that maybe I was talking about. So I had like a cryptocurrency channel. I knew quite a bit. I know probably more than the average person. But for me to sit there and produce content every day, that's a hard thing to do. It's something that I would really have to push myself in order to do. And I probably, most likely in that channel, I didn't really have a set goal. I never set a specific thing. I just kind of kept adding on these little bits and extra pieces to try to add just a little bit more to see where I could take this thing. And the idea that, I could make a living off of talking about something I enjoyed sounded great. But of course it ended up failing, and it only failed because I stopped pursuing that goal. And that's really all that failure is the stop of the pursuit of a goal. One of the most important things you can do with any failure, though, is you can learn lessons from it. You can figure out what it is that you need to do in the future to succeed at the next goal that you set. So with me making videos here, I want to make videos for 30 days. I want to do one video every day, right? And so that's my goal. I've set a defined goal this time, and this is something that I'm going to stick to. Now, with whatever you're doing or whatever you failed at, maybe you're not going to look after the goal anymore. Maybe that's not what you want. So you're going to accept failure, and that can be fine. That's not a big deal, especially because there's a lot of opportunities in life. That's not just one little thing. I don't think I would be happy if I had a successful cryptocurrency channel. I don't think I would find that fulfilling in my life to be doing that. So that's okay to stop. I think it's really important to make sure that you set that clear goal and make sure it's something that you really want. Don't just sit around and expect you to achieve this goal that you've never really set, or you've never really imagined how you're going to meet that goal. So with this channel, the only goal I've set so far is to record for 30 days, right? So whatever it is that your goal is that you're failing at, or the thing that you failed at, give it the best you can for 30 days. Just try to do as much as you possibly can, more than you did before. So like myself, I never went to Toastmasters, right? It had been a thing of mine, maybe I kicked it around, the idea of going to Toastmasters probably more than a year ago. Well, I went this morning. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I went to Toastmasters at 6:05, and it was great. I like this Toastmasters. I'm going to another one on Thursday as well to get better at speaking. So the first time I went was last week, and this week I really pushed myself, and now I'm really pushing myself to meet this 30-day goal of making a video. I wasn't even going to make the video at all. I was going to push it off. And what was going to happen? That fear, you sit there and think about it. It's not that big of a deal. I'm out here talking right now. I'm enjoying it. That fear starts to set in, and that failure starts to set in. When you're not really pursuing and you're not learning, you're never going to achieve those goals. There's no way you're going to achieve a goal if you've never set a specific course to get there. It's just like when you type in directions to go somewhere on your phone. You got to type in the directions first before you can get to the destination. You can't just drive around aimlessly and expect to get there. Maybe you will, but most likely you're going to get lost. You're going to get lost in all these other things. So it's just something to think about. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. If you have any stories of failures that you have, let me know in the comments as well. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.